Hi there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in West Los Angeles, and today I'm going to show you how to sharpen a knife with a manual or a handheld sharpener. There are lots of different knife sharpeners out there that you'll wind up seeing at places like Bed Bath & Beyond or Sur La Table. They're going to range anywhere from $2 to, I think probably one of the more expensive ones is going to be around the $50 range. And I've tried many of them. I've been in business here at the classroom for about 8 years now. And one of the sharpeners that I like the most is this guy right here. This is a Japanese style knife sharpener. Shinkansen, I believe, is the brand that you can wind up, you could probably Google that particular name, or MinoSharp I've seen. But the contraption is basically the same. It is a plastic frame with 2 wheels set inside. And notice that the wheels have some grooves set right in the center, and that's going to give your knife a really nice good angle to sharpen at. We have 2 different colored wheels here that are basically like two different colors or grits of sandpaper, or an emery board if you will. This white wheel is fairly coarse for if your knife is really dull, and the pink wheel is if your knife is just somewhat dull. It's a little bit finer of a grit. If your knife is really dull, you run it through the white wheel and then the pink. And if your knife is just somewhat dull and needs just a little refreshing as far as sharpening goes, then just the pink wheel will be fine. You'll notice that the wheels themselves are actually set inside a little well that we actually fill up with some water. And the water is going to help keep the wheels from getting too hot, because we are going to build up some friction, probably a little bit too much water there. Okay. And then we have a little guard that goes over the top with slots, right? Slot number 1 for the dull knife, and then move over to 2, and then wheel number 2 if your knife is just somewhat dull and you just need to give it a little bit of a sharpening. The best way to hold the knife for the sharpening is to go ahead and get your middle ring and pinky finger around the handle, thumb and forefinger around the blade. I'm going to take the knife. Since this knife is not very dull at all, I'm just going to run it in wheel number 2. No downward pressure at all, just a nice sawing, nice backward and forward motion. Going to need about 15 or 20 strokes. And once you have that, really important with any knife sharpening, keep in mind that as I'm doing this, regardless of the contraption that I use, I'm actually going to take off little bits of metal off of the edge of the blade. You can see I've got a little bit of a black spot on my finger, right? That's a metal filings. Really important that you wash your knife very quickly with just some soap and some water, and then give it a rinse before you go ahead and you cut. And that is how you sharpen your knife with a handheld or a manual sharpener. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can get some additional information. If there's a recipe that you would like to see me make, feel free to send an email to requests@Mahalodotcom. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.